Welcome back to the Boo Review, and the episode you've all been waiting for, anxiously anticipating our return to covering the gnomes. We're going to have 10 whole gnomes. No gnome byproducts, straight gnomes. The best we could find.
Gluten-free gnomes.
No, gluten and trans fat full. But before we get to these gnomes, and I'm so glad that you all agreed with me that we needed to revisit this subject. Whose photo do we got?
I don't know.
God damn it. I thought you...
Ask me again.
So Jared, whose photo do we have today?
Okay, today's photo is the photo that we covered. Well, we didn't really cover in our booty review episode.
I know we'll go into the booty review, but shout outs to Dying Hard. He gave us this picture.
Well, we don't care. This is the photo, and I don't know what to make of it. It looks like the shadow is actually kind of messing with the background a little bit, so that kind of adds some legitimacy to it.
You know, I don't know what it is, but I know one thing it's not. It's not a gnome. So thank you, Dine.
I'm going to dismiss this photo once again. Don Hart, man, your photo's just not going to get any love. I'm sorry, bro.
But it's time. It's time for the gnome.
It's time for the gnome. Sorry, Don.
This is what we wanted. This is what everybody wanted.
All right, let's get started. Our first video, and these aren't in any particular order. Our first video is this gnome likes to run with the boys.
These boys are running the enduro, and this gnome is like that.
Oh, also, Nathan's here. Nathan, put your hand up. Hi. There's Nathan. All right, get back down.
I'll never be able to hear you.
And we'll never be able to see him again. Though when I first saw it, I was like, this is real. It's like, it's the height. It's a little small person gnome thingy running.
Look, this other person that was on the bike over here is like the same height as it.
No,
it's just a person.
It's a little bit higher. He's a little bit higher. Yeah, upon seeing the other guy, it does seem
he's
like...
naked too.
Yeah, it does seem like maybe the other person is just smaller. Maybe it's just like a perspective issue with the cameras like squashed maybe a little bit when they're riding on their dirt bike. Really rubbing that chin. Keep rubbing it, you're going to dig a hole in there.
What the fuck does that even mean? So ultimately, pretty good. And now, I'm just going to go ahead and spoil this next one because Jared thinks everything is a spider monkey. Well, let's see what you think.
Spoil my opinion? This is a spider monkey. Okay, no doubt that this is a spider monkey.
He's got his clothes on.
And like I said before...
He's just a boy, and he was trying to get a look at that sweet woman.
No, I think it is a monkey trying to get a look at that sweet woman.
Monkeys don't care.
Monkeys... see? They clothe monkeys in certain parts of the world. Sometimes monkeys have become very civilized.
In certain parts of the world, people don't even have clothes. Why would they give them to the monkeys?
It's not digital, for sure. So if it's not a spider monkey, it's a gnome. Pretty good video. I like it. How do you feel about spider monkeys, Nathan?
They think y'all better than me.
They ain't better than you.
That's going to need some subtitles with that.
Just because they're cuter.
Yeah, I know, Nathan. They don't appreciate that boo hole like you do.
Yeah, right. Oh, man.
It looks like you just, because my head was about to say you slapped Nathan in the face. Okay, all right, let's move on to the next one.
This one I like. This is the first real gnome, duende, goblin, whatever you want to call it right here. This is our first real one. And you know why? Because he's stealing treasure.
Ah.
He doesn't realize soccer ball is not worth very much, but he's taking it anyway because it's clearly valuable to someone else. And he doesn't care what it means to him.
Right,
he just wants it.
Till a man hears what he wants to hear.
I agree with you. All right, next one. Now, there's a little debate about this next one. This looks like little spirits running by and, messing up this person's house.
Oh, these cows?
They're not cows. There's no way they're cows. They don't look like cows. They're either small spirit gnomes being real douchey, or they are real people being douchey, and it's probably the latter.
This is a pretty cool video. I don't really know what's going on here because you get this running by. Whatever it is they throw over this fence doesn't look... I guess maybe it's
like
the video quality because it doesn't look natural. It just has kind of like a You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of the invisibility cloak in Harry Potter. Whenever, obviously when it's on someone, it's they're invisible. But whenever it's not that, and you just have like the cloak, it just has that kind of like cloth likeness. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be
is it a debunk? Is that
I guess it doesn't have
invisibility cloak from Harry Potter?
Well, no,
That's horrible.
clearly not, because it's not working for any of these cows out here. I don't know where the cow joke came from. I just started perpetuating it earlier when we were watching
I think
it.
because Nathan said they were cows, and you were like, "Yep."
That sounds about right. I feel like we're underselling that one after that.
Let's move on. Let's move on after seeing a real ghost video. Okay, this next one is awesome. This little dude is totally real. The only thing I can think of is that it was filmed in post-production. It's a green screen effect, most likely. It's really well done in terms of subtlety and motion tracking. You got good motion tracking in your video, I'm sold. I think it's real every time. Go ahead.
I did like this one a lot. I think there is some excellent CG work right here. This is a gnome that's adapted to modern society. Yeah. He's left behind his pointy hat so that he can better blend in and get, with the modern world.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't find a job in the typical gnome attire. It's outdated, it's out-fashioned, old-fashioned, whatever. It's both. Now this guy, he's probably a prosperous member of his tiny society.
He's probably a prostitute, right? A little prostitute.
Well, he might be, but I bet he's a prosperous member of his tiny community somewhere. He runs through the little rat hole.
Prosperous prostitute.
And escapes underground, because gnomes live underground, and then they come up to visit the outer realm.
That's moles.
I don't know if gnomes live underground.
It's not just the motion tracking, it's the way that the camera pans around. You see a little bit of his back as he walks by. That is like really genius, because they could have just had him lean back and that'd be it. But no,
like that gnome that Jared saw.
They go a little extra mile. What is weird about this video is the high-pitched weird language that's going on around him. Like, what are they? Are they also little elves? Do they have their own version of gnomes in their environment? What is going on?
If they're tiny little elf gnome people, and we're getting this view of the shot, they're clearly using gnome drones.
This gnome right here, you're gonna like it.
Now, this one might strike you because you've seen basically this video before, except for this one is much better.
Way better.
Much better. He comes up, he scares these kids, but as always, there's that one just steadfast individual that's like, fuck it, I'm going to keep recording this little guy. You would think if he was in there recording him all this time, the guy got pretty close. Think he could fit...
Think you could fuck him? What did I say?
No. I was thinking about the guy.
Got close enough to fuck him? Nathan, what do you think about what's going about all these gnomes? All right, let's move on. Now, oh my god. This one is pretty scary.
This is my favorite one probably out of all of them. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, but I don't know what this is, but I don't know what this is, but I think that is. I'm gonna go practical effect on this one. I know that I'm always like, man, you can do it with a computer. But this, I think this is practical.
As Nathan pointed out, is a very small moment of coherency. He noticed that the demon gnome thing looks a lot like the neat demon gnome that we covered in our last gnome video that runs by the baby, but it's like it's grown up, I guess. It looks very physical. It looks like it's actually there. I will say that in the second part of the video,
the second part of the car?
Yeah, the second part of the video where he goes under the car, it looks a little digital. It looks a little weird to me.
Maybe.
But the
don't kill my dreams.
I'm not gonna kill your dream, dude. No, this is real.
This is the first time something wasn't digital.
No, okay. You said it looked like wood.
It does.
Okay.
Wood is real. There is something kind of wooden looking about it, but
I think it looks more plastic. That one might be
the best gnome video.
Maybe a 7 out of 7?
The hugest gnome video we've ever seen. Just tremendous.
7 out of 7?
No.
No.
Like many a gnome, this one treasures the sport of soccer. Football for you less freedom-ridden countries like America.
His country guitar too. There you go. Now say it again.
I feel like what we're finding out is gnomes have a particular love of the soccer sport. For you, some of you less free countries out there. I feel like that sounds worse.
All lies and jest, still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest.
You said
Freedom-ridden.
Freedom-ridden sounds like it's full of freedom. Like it's
They're
like
less freedom-ridden. We're freedom-ridden. Freedom is everywhere.
we are freedom-ridden, but were you saying they were freedom?
They're less freedom-ridden.
Anyway, I like this gnome. It looks like he's getting down. He's getting busy. I know so you think it looks like somebody just holding a pail. And
It does.
back and forth.
Back to seriousness. It looks like a hand holding like a pail, like a watering pail, and just moving it back and forth. That's weird as hell. I mean, that's either staged or somebody. These kids are easily frightened.
This gnome was actually sent to us by, I forgot who it was, so they'll show up. This one is not very good. I'm not really a big fan of this one. Mainly because you can't see whatever it is that's in the distance. It could just be somebody out there just crawling in the grass and they're freaking out about it, you know.
Like many
Another soccer video.
like many paranormal themed video and gnome video, they're not accepted from this rule, I guess.
Exempt from this rule?
Yeah, the video camera, it's about as clear as my asshole.
Gross.
That's how this video looks to me. Gross. Because you can't see anything. You can never see anything.
Oh my god.
Except for that one where that demon runs between the cars.
Angry American. We're going to move on to this gnome that looks a little bit like a puppet. God, I have no opinion about this one. I have
did you
nothing
include
to
it
say
on the list?
because it was like the last one, and I wanted to fill up the top 10, and the good one is a bonus. This
So stick
one,
around for the bonus video.
Yeah, I don't know how they did this one, other than the fact that it just looks like digital. When I say
Are
I
we
don't know
thinking
how
about
they
the
do it.
same one?
The one where the gnome jumps in the doorway. He
I don't
comes
think it
up, he
looks
jumps
digital.
in.
It comes up and jumps in. Not the one that's on the ground that just comes up and it scares the kid. It like just comes across the floor.
No, I like that one. That was a doll, so I was not putting it in this video, but we can talk about that one instead.
What
Let's talk
is
about
this one? What is this one?
Fuck that one. Let's talk about this one.
Wait.
Since you don't remember what that one is, let's talk about the one I like.
I still want to know what this one was. now.
Never. Watch this one. I like this one.
I mean, I thought it looked a little more like a toy or something.
Yeah,
myself.
it does look like a little
Or
bit
a
like
dog.
It does look a little bit like a toy.
Speaking of animals wearing clothes,
It's
I think
a
it's a
dog.
dog with a shirt on.
You can see when its arms move, it looks a little bit more like a toy. So that one's a video, and it's pretty good. Now on to the bonus video.
That's right, vacation in Mexico. Lately I've heard a lot of rumors that, garden gnomes are making an appearance down here, running around, causing a ruckus. I mean, how come these Mexican witchcraft doctors are bringing these guys to life? That's my question.
It's Jared.
Yeah. It does sound a little
Jared
bit
is
like me.
Couch Potato Theater.
Oh, son of a bitch. There it is. That's a gnome that's come to life. He doesn't look too happy. Get out of here, gnome. You need to go find Jesus.
That's me. I've been making those videos this whole time. You guys didn't know it. There's going to be so many people who take me seriously there because everybody took you seriously about the square flashlight.
Whenever he shines his flashlight, the beam of the flashlight is square, and flashlights don't come in square.
Everybody in the comments just like,
No. Well, I mean, I have never seen a square flashlight. I never doubted that they existed.
well, it's not a square flashlight. It's just like a setting you can set on the flashlight. so no one's correcting you about it being a square flash. They're right.
that's what I
You're right.
actually
said. You're right. You need to be corrected. All
What
right.
video?
Anyway,
Couch Potato Jared.
he's the one who did
The reindeer?
The reindeer one, yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Don't run in front of me.
Okay, that's all our gnomes that we got for now. And we've scoured the YouTube for these videos. Really just looked at a whole bunch of other top 10s.
Don't say that. You can't be honest. YouTube isn't a place for honesty.
That's true. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to shouting our new subscribers.
Touchdown! For our latest subscriber, thank you, X Scissors X. Sounds sexy.
Thanks, Spooky Cunt. You never call him Spooky Cunt, by the way.
I know.
That way you can get away with it.
Yeah, so I retain my childlike innocence.
That way if we ever get in trouble, it all falls on me. I see how it is.
I can claim ignorance. I can be a child.
Okay, we're also going to start thanking our Patreon contributors, our new contributors. And we want to thank Jamie Erickson for pledging. We really appreciate it. And, you know, every little bit counts. It just helps us get, you know, one step closer to becoming the millionaires we'll be.
Or at least the part-time to full-time YouTube content creators.
Part-time, yeah, barely making it.
Thanks to the Wall Street Journal and the fake news.
This is a PewDiePie impression?
Somewhere in there. The big ad companies are pulling out of YouTube because they don't want to have to bear the responsibility of fatherhood. So yeah, thank you, Jamie. And I'd also like to take a moment to thank some of our patrons since our last video. We got Harmony Borchardt there.
Thank you, Borchardt.
Kevin Roy, Nora,
Sarah Drake. And thank you to Brittany. She sounds familiar. Brittany's a very familiar name to me. I don't know why. As common as it is, for some reason. Do you know a Brittany?
Maybe.
It's a sister. She's helping out.
Thanks, Britt.
And thanks to our classic subscriber and a classic Patreon supporter, Sarah Stone. We have done a number of her videos. She's very, very instrumental in throwing us out some suggestions and also communicating a lot with us during our early period of being on YouTube. So thanks, Sarah, for being with us as long as you have, and welcome to the Boo Crew.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for helping support us.
All lies and jest, still a man hears what he wants to hear.
Every time you go, well, I'll do this because of this, I'm just gonna cut that. You're always just gonna be weird to people. Sorry.
God, I'm not gonna ever have love.
Dude, you're gonna probably have love. There are so many. Hey, there's a lot of comments out there.
This is the only love I'll ever know. You don't know what happens to these after the show.
No. There's like people calling you sexy, and I'd hit it. I'm pretty sure someone said I hit it. Was that Nathan?